As soon as the Northern Ireland ceasefire was announced, the French, the Italians and the Germans, who'd been flocking to the Irish Republic for years, booked up charter flights and put Belfast in their brochures. But what will they be looking for? And more to the point, what will they find when they get here? Some sort of ghoulish Troubles theme tour, or will they happen on the unexpected delights that have remained undiscovered by outsiders these past 25 years? This is the Seamen's Church in Docklands, a haven for sailors before and after their voyages. And just there, behind me, is Northern Irish writer and performer Owen O'Neill, who went to England for the weekend 20 years ago and stayed. Owen, you glad to be back in Belfast?
Yeah, it's just...
What's the problem?
I knew I should have worn my red jacket.
Oh no, don't be silly. No. I'm gonna clash with your hair.
In Belfast, you're never far from the shipyard. Samson and Goliath, two of the largest cranes in Europe, are a powerful visual testament to what once was. The Titanic was built here. You can buy a bottle of gin with a picture of the ship on the front. They say it goes down well. Sailor Town was where the dockers and their families lived. Franciscan monks live here now, their church wedged between a factory and a factory. They're freelance Catholics. If it moves, they'll bless it. People even bring their pets here to be blessed. The only ships being built in Sailortown now are in bottles by a guy called Jerry. He says it passes the time. Around the corner from the monks is a kids' circus school where they train to throw things at each other, joyride on one wheel, and walk tall. Just behind me here is the new Lagan Weir, a multi-million-pound redevelopment scheme. And I have it on good authority that it's the most expensive construction ever designed for electrocuting flies. And I've also heard that these lights are used for checking to see if your £20 notes are forgery. Belfast is experiencing some constructive demolition, but no one seems to know what exactly is being built on this gasworks site. Joyce McCartan, MBE, knows what she wants to see here, a horse-trotting track. A kind of freelance politician, she continues to campaign against the odds.
Oh, I don't give up. I never take no for an answer. And we're going to push as much as we can for to try and get our dreams come true. The people in the community over the years have put up with the smell and the stink of the gasworks, and I think it's about time that they got something good out of it.
Someone once said, find the fiddlers in a city and you'll find his heart. Oh, diddly-dee. I feel a jig coming on. Lockyo are a three-piece gypsy band from Dublin. When the warehouse music venue opened last year, the Franciscan monks came over and blessed the bar. I can recommend the holy mineral water. Before Lockyo came from Dublin, they came from Moscow. In this venue last week, a 20-piece gospel choir turned up from Chicago. Nothing in this city is what it seems. And this is some redevelopment that's actually been developed. Here's something they built earlier, and nice and shiny it is too. This year, for the first time in 25 years, Dubliners came to Belfast in their thousands to do their Christmas shopping. I wonder were they able to understand each other.
I'd like to buy a pair of shields. Sorry, sir, I couldn't get that. Could you repeat that, please?
Brown would be fine, thanks. The accents might be confusing, but there's no confusing the two cities. Belfast is definitely northern. Belfast isn't widely known for a sculpture, but I particularly like this. The figure below is called Draft, and the one above It's called overdraft. Obviously some kind of statement. When I was a child, I always wanted to visit Hollywood. And I never realized it could be so simple.
Why, I'm your friend.
The Colossal Man is loose in Los Angeles.
See, War of the Colossal Beast and Attack of the Puppet People.
Blood is my heritage. She will give you nightmares forever.
The she-creature hypnotized, reincarnated as a monster from hell.
No, well, you're obviously bonkers. I mean, this place is absolutely incredible. When did you, I mean, how did you get into this?
The cinema itself's been here since 1974, so it's here 20 years or so. When I came out here to live back in 1973, this was a hen house, so I'd always been interested in films.
So what is your favourite?
Cage of Doom. The American title is Terror from the Year 5000. The British title was Cage of Doom. Came out in a double feature with The Screaming Skull in 1958. Screaming Skull, yeah.
There's a lovely story about the Sound of Music. Because it's quite countrified around here.
Oh yes, it's right in the heart of the country. Yes, I was showing The Sound of Music. This is an absolutely true story. And there were sheep in the field next door, and whatever was agitating them were making a great racket. And you actually could hear the sheep, the noise of the sheep coming through into the cinema. And after the show was over, one lady said to me that that was the best stereo sound she'd ever heard. Which is true, yeah.
It's a great story. This summer, if things stay as they are, certain tour operators are planning to take you around and show you the trouble spots of Belfast. Yes, you will be able to board the Ghoul bus and see for yourself where the long war was lost and won. From terrorism to tourism in one fell swoop. I suppose it had to happen. But for the time being, you'll have to make do with a taxi. Do you think that the tour operators will be able to bring you to the real danger spots?
Not at all. You want to see danger?
Yeah.
Is it danger you're looking, is it? Right, look at that there. That's a bit of danger.
Everybody you meet in Belfast is a comedian.
Probably like the worst bit of trouble I had would have been when the gearbox went in this thing. And it's an automatic, you know, and you have to get the parts in from Coventry.
You've heard of the Windy City? Well, this is Wind Up City.
I haven't been going for ages. Now look at this. Look, you're trying. He's going to.
I was really beginning to feel like an innocent at home.
We were lucky that time. Next time, we mightn't have been so lucky.
In the past, when I wanted to find out about Belfast, like everybody else, I read about it in the papers. Everything was always so black and white. Over the years, almost everyone has had an opinion on Belfast. So much so that the place has never really had a chance to have an opinion of itself. Belfast feels to me like a city being born, a new place where anything can happen. It seems to be seeing itself for the first time, and I think it likes what it sees. It seems to be seeing itself for the first time, and I think it likes what it sees.
In next week's programme, Brian Sewell visits Pakistan, and I'll be in Lapland in the coolest hotel in the world, which is made entirely out of ice.
Hey, Pete, is Travelog on yet?
Oh, sorry mate, you've missed it.
Oh, no, the theatre as
Oh, no,
well.
we're right at the end. It's that bit where I tell everyone what's on next week, and then me and you stand at the bar talking.
What are they all cheering about?
I know. Oh, the credits. Oh, they're fantastic.